Good morning, children. In the last class, we started with chapter 1.6, The Alchemy of Nature. In the lesson, we saw how the writer Raksha Bharadia is trying to turn us to nature and is making us realize that nature in itself is our teacher. She gives the example of the hibiscus flower so that it dawns upon us that life is short and so we should live it to the fullest. She also gives us the example of how the rocks give in to the gentle water, thus making us realize that however colossal, huge, or grave our problems might seem, we should continue to persist. Let us see the further part. Page number 39, second paragraph. We saw small bits of grass peeping through the small cracks in a concrete pavement. It left us thinking that however impossible things may look, there is always an opening. The writer says that we all have seen small bits of grass growing through small cracks. Grass is so fragile, so delicate, yet it finds out a way to grow through a concrete pavement. Thus, we learn that things, problems, or situations may look impossible, but there always has to be a way out. We saw a tree bare of all leaves in the cold winter months. We thought its chapter was over. But 3 months passed, spring set in, and the tree was back to its green majesty once again, full of leaves, flowers, birds, and life. What if we too had the conviction that however difficult things are right now, it will not remain so forever? Remember, this too shall pass. We have seen that in winters, due to extreme cold, a tree sheds all its leaves, and we think that now it's dead. But when the spring sets in, that is, when the season changes, the tree comes to life again with green leaves, flowers, and fruits. Similarly, we too should have that firm belief that time may not be on our side right now, but it will pass. We saw an army of ants lugging a fly which was at least 10 times the ant's size. The ants organized themselves around the fly, lifted it on frail feelers, and carried it to quite a distance. Their teamwork and perseverance was impressive. What if we too are consistent, organized, focused? We have seen tiny ants carry a fly almost 10 times their size. They can complete this mammoth task just because of their teamwork and well-organized, steady efforts. Similarly, we too should be focused and work steadily for our goal. Spider webs are delicate, yet very strong. A rainbow colors the entire sky. Oysters take in a grain of sand, they open up with a pearl. Innumerable stars shine across the entire sky. Clouds take new shapes with every passing moment. Water, without hint of ego, changes its form according to the dictates of the sun and the wind. When we see a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, a flower turn into fruit, we experience the alchemy of nature. We touch it and become gold ourselves. So, a spider web looks very delicate, but actually, it's so strong that it can bear the weight of the spider as well as its prey. We too should be strong headed no matter how fragile our appearance is. A rainbow colors the entire sky. In the same way, we too, with our inner beauty, can bring happiness and color the life of the people around us. An oyster takes in a grain of sand and opens up with a priceless pearl. A grain of sand, which is so worthless, turns into a pearl. Thus, anybody can transform himself or herself into a priceless human being with his or her efforts. Also, the oyster takes in a worthless grain of sand, but it gives a pearl. Similarly, we too, though we are subjected to negativity, should always give out positivity and happiness. Millions of stars shine in the sky. A star never thinks that it is so tiny, then how can it lighten the entire sky? It continues to fulfill its duty without bothering about the result. Clouds take new shapes every other moment. This shows that every moment of our life is a new opportunity. The wind is so light, but it makes huge trees dance with passion. Our goodness can also make the people around us find out the goodness within them and become like us. Water evaporates when it's too hot and freezes when it's too cold. It changes its form according to the wishes of the sun and the wind without any ego. We too should be humble and should not carry false ego as it can mar our relationships. It is so hard to believe how a caterpillar turns to a butterfly, a flower transforms into a fruit. All this shows the magical powers of nature. We too can transform into beautiful human beings if we pay attention to the magical teachings of the nature. Thus, the writer asks us to listen to the commands of the nature and get motivated from it. From this lesson, we get the message that one must adapt the qualities of nature and turn into a beautiful human being. With this, we end this session. Thank you.